up, friends? I'm Tess Wicks, host of the Words of Money podcast, and you are watching episode 48 of the Money Monday video series. Now, we've been talking about goals over the past couple weeks, and this is our third week really touching on money goals, and this week we're talking about those long-term goals. So 2 weeks ago, we touched on short-term goals and saving strategies for those short-term goals, which are goals you want to achieve within less than a year. Then last week, we talked all about those medium-term goals, those things that you can see in your future and you just can't wait to have and to hold them. Things like a wedding, buying a car, or buying a home. Anything that happens within the next 2 to 10 years are those midterm goals, and they take a special savings and investment strategy. So if you haven't checked that one out, go click on the video to see all of my information about how to prepare financially for your medium-term goals, because we do not want to neglect those. Today, we're going to cover long-term goals, which, if you know me, you know I love my retirement plans and my retirement savings, but we also are going to touch on what if you have a kid and you want to save up and help them pay for college, or what if you just want to leave a really great legacy and really invest for the future and for true wealth creation and growth. A lot of these strategies revolve around investing, but there's going to be different vehicles for investing your money. Let's look at specific goals that you might have within your long-term goals and what vehicles you can use for saving for those goals. So of course, we will start with retirement. You know that I love my retirement plans. If you have an employer and your employer offers a 401k, a 403b, 457b, then you are offered this benefit of having a retirement account set up for you. Definitely make sure you're at least contributing up to your employer match. Now, if you don't have an employer match, it's still great to use these tools if you do have these retirement accounts available to you, because they have pretty high limits for investing your money in order to get that tax advantage treatment. How it's set up is that your money goes in pre-tax. You get paid, you invest in your retirement, and then that money isn't counted towards the taxes that you pay out on your paycheck. So you're saving money by putting it into your retirement account. That money then grows tax-free, and then when it comes out, it is taxed. Another option you might be offered is a Roth 401k. What that means is that instead of paying tax later, you pay it now. So you get paid, you pay your taxes out, and then the leftover money can go into your Roth 401k, and that money will grow tax-free, and then no taxes are taken out when you pull it out in retirement. Especially if your employer doesn't offer you a retirement account, is to set up an individual retirement account or an IRA. So these are tools that are available to individuals, and you can set one up through a robo-advisor or through a broker or your financial planner. An IRA is very similar to a 401k, where you can invest your money pre-tax, and it works the same. Grows tax-free, take it out, pay a little bit taxes on it then. A Roth IRA is one that I definitely recommend. If you already have a 401k through your employer, then get that Roth IRA, specifically because your tax requirement is probably a lot lower than what it will be in the future. So with a Roth, you pay the taxes now, but you probably will owe less taxes now than you will later. So pay those taxes now, then invest. That money grows tax-free and you never have to pay taxes on it again. So a Roth IRA is great to kind of balance out your retirement contributions from your 401k, so that when you retire, you're not paying taxes on all of the money that you need, that you take out in retirement. You might make too much for a Roth IRA, but if you don't, that's another reason to start investing now, because eventually you probably will make too much for a Roth IRA. Those are just a few examples of retirement accounts that are available to you that the government makes it super easy because they give you those tax advantages. So take a look at which one will work best for you, or maybe a couple of them will work very well for you. There are definitely certain rules, regulations, requirements that you need to meet in order to invest in these, so make sure you ask a financial professional to help you make these decisions and make sure that they are suitable for you and that you can truly invest in them. For now, we're going to move on, but check out tesswicks.com and search for 401k to find more details. If you want to set up an IRA or a Roth IRA. I've written plenty of articles on how I've gone about doing it for myself. I use robo-advisors. You don't have to, but it's a good way to have your money managed for you at a very low cost. So I will link to the robo-advisor that I use in the comments section below or in the description box. And you can check out tesswicks.com to find posts about how to set up IRAs and Roth IRAs as well. Next, we're going to talk about school and how to save for that. When it comes to those long-term goals and thinking about your children, is sending your children to college. Now, before we get into an option for that, I want to make sure that you are fully committed to saving for yourself first, because you can always take out loans for your children, or they can take out loans for themselves, but you cannot take out loans for your retirement. So make sure that you have the money in your retirement account, you are funding that, and you are fairly certain that your money is going to last you throughout the rest of your life before you really look to helping your children with their college savings or college planning. Just because I want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Of course, if you don't have children yet, you might not even be thinking about this, but a 529 plan, which is what you might want to use if you do want to start paying for your children's college and you have all those retirement bases covered, a 529 plan can help you save in a tax-advantaged account for college expenses. Now, if you start saving with your child in mind, but your child doesn't end up wanting to use it, it is flexible, so you can use it for yourself. However, the 529 plan doesn't offer a ton of flexibility. You will pay penalties if you need to take that money out and use them on non-college related expenses. So just keep that in mind. There are also plenty of other ways for you to get your children's college paid for, and that is just putting your child to work for themselves by applying for scholarships and getting part-time jobs or work-study jobs when they do get in school, and other opportunities. I have a great friend and resource who helps students graduate college debt-free, and I will link that below as well when you are in the stages where you have children and you want them to find free money to pay for college, because it's out there. It definitely is. So that's a little bit about that. If you don't have kids yet, you're probably not quite thinking about this, but the moment you do have a child, you're going to think about this so hard and so fast. So I want you to be educated on what your options are. All right, finally, we're on to just building overall wealth. Of course, you can build your overall wealth and your legacy through retirement accounts, but there's also other opportunities. Investing in regular taxable accounts. So you may hit the limit when you get to your retirement accounts, or you may make too much to invest in certain retirement vehicles that are tax advantaged. So then you just have to go towards those regular taxable accounts, and that is totally an option. You can use any sort of brokerage account, robo-advisor, meet with a financial professional to help you get set up in having a diversified portfolio. But like I always say, my favorite strategy is to do a passive index fund investing strategy between stocks and bonds, and just know how you should allocate based on how much risk you're willing to take, as well as how much risk you can take based on the stage in life you are and how quickly you're going to need that money. So having a really well-rounded, diversified portfolio is going to be the best for you. I know these all sound like big words, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to address them. But I hope this helps you get an idea of how you can responsibly start saving up for those big future events that are very expensive and costly, and not a lot of people help us get on that path towards success in the future. And that is where my video camera conveniently stopped recording. But just to tie a bow on this package here today, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me today, tuning in via video or listening to the podcast. This has been the Word the Money episode 48, focusing all on saving and investing for those long-term goals. Of course, we couldn't touch on every avenue for different goals to be achieved, but I really wanted to make sure that this was concise enough to fit within that 5 to 10 to 15 minute time frame that I like to put on myself for these episodes. If you do have any questions, though, regarding one of your specific long-term goals, feel free to leave it in the comments section on YouTube, or go to tesswicks.com/podcast/episode 48 to ask the question there. You can leave a comment via the show notes. You'll also find all of those resources there. And anything else that you need, you can find at testfix.com. Don't forget to subscribe via Stitcher or iTunes. And thank you so much for hanging out with me again. Have a wonderful rest of your week.